What's up, YouTube? Hope you guys are doing great. It's been a while. Apparently this is also too high. Hold on. That's better, right? I feel like that's better. Okay, let's try this again. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing great. So it's been a while, hey? I haven't made a YouTube video since September, I think. So where have I been? What have I been doing? Why have I not been making YouTube videos? Well, basically that's what this video is about. It's gonna be short, it's gonna be sweet, but we're gonna talk about some things that have been going on and why I haven't been making videos and kind of what my plan moving forward is. So let's just get into it. So basically, I was pretty good. I was pretty consistent making videos in the summer. I had lots of time, I had lots of creativity, if you will, and a little more zest to make YouTube videos. And as soon as school started, I just got really overwhelmed with lots of things I had to do. I love everything I do. I love training clients. I love running Glow Body Nutrition. I love making YouTube videos, I love everything, but I just felt like with school, I have never done this much stuff and also done school at the same time. And so it was just a lot for me to wear all these different hats through the day. And I felt like because I was constantly in go, go, go mode, I was constantly switching from being bodybuilder me to being Glow Body Nutrition me to being a student, then to being Glow Body Fit me, then to hang out with my boyfriend or hang out with my family. I was just wearing all these different hats and it was so hard for my creativity to come about when I was constantly just on the move. So my passion for wanting to share information with people kind of dwindled away a little bit because I just felt like I was trying so hard to learn so much about myself and also focus on the things that I needed to get done that it was really difficult for me to feel like I wanted to share exciting things with people because I didn't really feel like much was very exciting. So that was kind of why I took a little bit of a break and I just kind of stopped putting pressure on myself to create content because I feel like in the past, what I've done is when I get overwhelmed, I will just create shit content and I put it out and I just feel like it's not a very accurate representation of myself and what I can do, but I just do it for the sake of putting out content. So I just decided to just stop doing YouTube and it's not my biggest platform. I mostly focus on Instagram. It's where I get a lot of my clients, where people look for me, where people message me. So YouTube was kind of like the thing that needed to kind of go in terms of things that were on my plate. So yeah, that's kind of where I've been, why I haven't been making videos. But I have some other things to share that also occurred in the past 3 months that I'm really excited to kind of share more about my journey with that moving forward as I continue to make content now. So yeah. So not sure if I've ever brought this up in a previous video before, but for a while I was on hormonal birth control and that was a thing. I was on it for about 2 years and I didn't really realize how much it was affecting my body until probably my show came. And it's not something I really shared on social media because it was a very personal thing, but I just feel like from talking to other women and going through this myself, I feel like it's something that's really important to be aware of in your own body and just to kind of have a little bit of knowledge of what some other people go through. So anyways, yeah, so basically I was on hormonal birth control. I had a IUD in. I wasn't on the pill or anything. And I had that in for about 2 years and I didn't really notice anything different. You get the usual side effects of mood swings and you don't bleed as much and all that kind of stuff. But as my body continued to get used to it and I continued to have it in me and there's more hormones circulating in my body actually started to change like crazy to the point where I was getting really, really, really bad mood problems, so bad it was very close to where it was when I was during my eating disorder. I was feeling really, really depressed and so anxious all the time, anxious and paranoid, and super moody and super irritable, and it was like this for like 3 weeks out of the month, and I was just so like just psycho. Like I'm not like that, and so I knew that this wasn't me that was causing that. And then I started to get some other really weird symptoms like nausea, like I would get morning sickness, and my skin was really oily, and like, I mean, I don't know if you can still tell, but it is still recovering from that. Really oily and breaking out all the time, and it made me feel super self-conscious because I'm the face of 2 health and fitness brands that I've created, and I don't look like I live my own lifestyle. I'm bloated all the time, and I'm angry all the time, and I'm anxious and sad, and my skin is oily, and my skin is breaking out, and my hair was falling out, and I literally just felt like a completely different person, all kind of starting around April, March of this year. So I went to the doctor, and I kind of like told them about some of the symptoms I was having, and they just kind of prescribed me a bunch of things to cover it all up, like antidepressants and acne cream, and I didn't take any of it because I knew that this was not me, and this was a side effect of what I was doing. And so as much as the hormonal birth control was really great for like controlling my period, and of course like not getting pregnant, and like, you know, lots of great things, it was basically, yeah, it was turning me into a completely different person. I was having like body odor, and my hair was getting oily and smelly, and like the list goes on and on and on. And I'm not saying this to try and deter anyone from going on hormonal birth control, because it is necessary, and it's very important to stay safe, and some people need it for period regulation, but I'm purely just talking here about my experience with it and how it's affected my businesses and myself and everything that I do. So just disclaimer on that one. But yeah, so I just kind of kept going with it. I kept going with it, and finally, about a month ago, I went to a naturopath because I was having a lot of digestive problems, and I thought that some of it had to do with my show or had to do with something I was eating, but my diet was so limited. After my show, we just found out that I was intolerant to so many things. Like I couldn't eat broccoli, I couldn't eat cauliflower, I couldn't eat like literally any vegetable. It's easier to list the things I could eat than what I couldn't eat. And so I was just really concerned. I'm like, why am I intolerant to like literally everything? And I want to add some diversity into my diet. And so I went to go see this naturopath, and she basically told me that what had happened to my body while I was on the IUD is my body had turned androgenic. And so progesterone, which is the hormone in the IUD, is an androgenic hormone. So basically what becoming androgenic can do is create things like excess oil in your body, which creates bacteria, which then can cause the smellings, like the BO and the hair, and my breath was smelling, like it was causing all these like scents in my body. And I don't wear, like I've never worn deodorant, like even through puberty, like I don't wear deodorant. And I had to start, which is weird, like, cause I don't stink. And so, yeah, and so just all this kind of stuff had occurred from it. And not to mention my hair, like my mustache was growing faster, and my unibrow was growing faster, and I was getting like rogue hairs under my chin. And she was like, yeah, this is like your body turning androgenic. And I was like, okay, no thanks, I'm good. Like I didn't want to take a pass on that. So yeah, so we kind of went through a lot of some healing stuff, and we decided to get it removed. So I did that a couple weeks ago, and I have never felt better. I felt like literally as soon as it came out, I felt like my body just relaxed, like my organs, my everything just went like and just like chilled. And you know, obviously everything doesn't go away just like that. Like I still am dealing with some of the things, like my skin is still breaking out a little bit, and I'm still feeling a little moody, and like just a few little things like are just obviously going to take time. I think they say it takes about 3 to 6 months sometimes for your body to fully adjust. So I haven't fully adjusted, but eventually it'll all go away. But yeah, and so that just kind of removing that kind of gave me this like little boost of empowerment and kind of reminded me that I am in control of my body and I'm in control of myself, and just kind of gave me a lot of inspiration for content to create, because I find sometimes I feel really fake sharing fitness information or nutrition information, or I feel really like mainstream doing that because everybody does that. Everybody shares fitness, everybody shares nutrition. Nobody's really being like talking about like owning your body and understanding like who you are and being resilient, tough, and but then also taking care of yourself. But just like nobody's really talking about that, and it's something that I think like when I was 15 I needed that, and I feel like it's something that a lot of people need right now, especially with social media, where the world is constantly pushing us to be more and be something else or be something better. But I feel like and it removes us from our body, and I feel like we forget that like we are the #1 driver in our bodies, and like no matter what we see on social media or what our boss is telling us or what this person is telling us or what, you know, like anything going around us, like you at the end of the day are the main driver and the main character in your story, and you can create whatever you want for yourself. And so having the IUD taken out, long story short, is what's inspired me to figure out what kind of content I'm going to share with you guys now. And I'm going to move less away from the what I eat in a days and the fitness, the gym content, because but I mean, I'm still obviously gonna do that because it's a very important part of my life. But I feel like as I go through this journey and I'm learning about this new person that I'm becoming, and I'm kind of like meeting myself for the first time in 2.5 years off the IUD, and like actually seeing like how much I've progressed since my eating disorder recovery, it's really cool to like learn all these new things about myself and kind of like meet this new person I've become, and I'm really excited to kind of like share that with you guys. So, yeah, on that topic of being myself again, I just kind of wanted to like clarify that, because I feel like I had gotten the IUD in 2020, and I was kind of only out of eating disorder recovery for about 1.5 years after that, but still, like, I was still dealing with it a lot in my head and like in my body. I was still dealing with how to like gain weight and also deal with my relationship with food, and there was just like a lot going on there, and I was still kind of healing from a breakup I had gone through in 2019, and so there was just like a lot about me that was still so broken. And then I got the IUD in, and I felt so broken still because it was making me feel broken, that like I never felt like I had progressed in getting better at anything. Like I was still holding on to like past feelings of my past relationship, and I was still holding on to like a lot of eating disorder beliefs and a lot of my perfectionism and a lot of the things that just like really don't serve me. And I was also holding on to like my people pleasing needs and my need to like feel like I owe everybody something. And it's something I worked on a lot with my psychologist about, like setting boundaries for myself and being more self-confident. And that was one thing that I felt like the IUD sort of took away from me, is I was like, okay, well, I'm doing this because I'm like, not that I was doing it for somebody else, but I'm like, hey, I'm doing this so that like, you know, I don't get pregnant, so then like I'm in this relationship and then he's happy and then I'm not getting pregnant, and like I'm doing this for us, not really for me. And I don't know, it just kind of felt like it wasn't really like a me thing. And yeah, and like I was saying, like I felt very removed from myself, and literally in the past month or 2 to 3 weeks since I got it out, I have no concept of time, I just felt like I was like realized like, whoa, like I'm actually like doing pretty good, like considering everything that I have gone through in the past with my mental health and my eating disorder and everything. I really realized once I got it out and my mood started to stabilize and my body started to kind of stabilize, just to kind of like look in the mirror and be like, whoa, like I'm actually like kind of doing great compared to the way I was before. So yeah, it's just been cool to kind of like learn all these new lessons about myself and meet the new me, and I'm excited for you guys to kind of be a part of it because, you know, not every day is perfect and every day is different, and I obviously still have really, really bad days and also some like kind of good days, and every day is a healing journey, and I'm really working on my mood control and everything, and working on my hopelessness that I have, and working on being more positive and more optimistic about things, but that's obviously all gonna take time, but I'm really excited for that to be part of this journey. So yeah. Anyways, I just rambled for like a long time, and I don't want this video to be too long, but I just wanted to pop in here to just share that with you guys, and hopefully you guys can resonate with my story. And again, like by no means am I trying to deter anyone from going on hormonal birth control, or am I talking bad about it, but it's just something that I experienced, and a lot of my friends who were on the same thing also experienced, and it's just something that I wish people would talk about more, because when I was feeling really gross about it and I was having all these side effects, like I couldn't find anything on the internet to like help support me through what I was going through. And so if this is something that you're feeling, just know that like you're not alone, and that I've also felt that way, and so have like 5 of the other people in my life who've also been on the same thing. So yeah, but anyways, I'm gonna wrap this video up. I hope you guys enjoyed getting back in touch with me. If you aren't already subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit the subscription button below. I'm going to, like I said, be putting out more content now that school is over and I'm feeling a lot, and the IUD is out, and I'm feeling a lot more myself again. So yeah, make sure you hit the subscription button, give this video a like, share it with a friend. Word of mouth is the best way for me to grow, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye. Should I wear my glasses in this?